Oh my God, I just totally got catfished. He looks absolutely nothing like his picture.
So I found out the guy that I've been dating is married with kids. His wife just reached out to me.
Welcome to the meat market. The single scene is an absolute slaughterhouse, and we are here to devour it. I'm your host, Lindsay.
And I'm Jess.
And as you can see, the chair is empty. Our guest bailed on us. They did not show up and they did not text us to let us know they would not be here.
We've been stood up. Officially.
Up. So our topic for today, let's get marinating, is how do you feel about being stood up? So how do you feel about being stood up?
You know, I feel bad about it today, but honestly, I don't date a lot. So I've never actually been stood up before.
You've never been stood up?
No.
Yeah, because no one stands this up.
I feel like though the reason is because I would feel so embarrassed if I got to a restaurant or got to a bar, got wherever and sat there and waited for someone and they didn't show up. I would be so embarrassed. It would be mortifying. I would feel so cringe. And so I'm very it's why I don't do dinner dates. It's why I don't often do even drinks dates. It's more just an easy coffee. Let's just meet somewhere for 30 minutes. I make it very easy because I feel it is a fear of mine to be stood up. How embarrassing. You see that the TV shows and the movies where the guy's just sitting there eating his steak all sad by himself because the woman doesn't show up. But I feel it's more often than not, it's probably women that don't show up, right?
I will say, I can't remember a time where someone stood me up when I'm actually there. I think I've had guys bail last minute, which does piss me off because I'm already hair and makeup done and they bail. And it's oh, something better came along. But then I feel bad because I bailed all the time, I feel. In my single days, I would bail last minute because I just wasn't feeling it, And
yeah.
I was bad at accepting dates when I knew I wouldn't be interested in them because I'm kind of too nice of a person. And then when it came down to the actual date, I was I really don't want to do this. So I would bail last minute.
Yeah, no, see, I'm the opposite. I will say no off the bat. I'm no, thank you. Yeah. Because I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to do that. And so I'm just no, I'm good.
I hate confrontation. And I hate this quality about myself. But for example, you're really good after a date. If you don't see it going somewhere, you're very honest with the guy.
Immediately.
And you say, hey, just to let you know, this isn't going to be romantic, right?
Yeah, I do. I don't always say it in person because sometimes it's hard. And sometimes I know I'm going to hurt their feelings in person. And so a lot of times I'll wait until the next day because sometimes you do want to think about it. You want to sleep on it. You want to reflect on the date. You want to give it sort of a chance to marinate in your mind, if you will. But I am always very upfront and honest. I have no issues sending a text or making that phone call the next day or 2 days later saying, hey, I really enjoyed our time together. Thank you so much. It was great to get to know you, but this isn't the connection that I'm looking for. I don't see this moving forward, at least for me. But again, I appreciate your time and your effort.
That's amazing.
And that's it. And I've had guys actually, I've had a lot of positive feedback. I had a guy once text me back almost a little bit too eagerly, I guess I would say, but oh my God, I appreciate you saying that so much. I would rather hear that than be ghosted or than to spend the time, the investment, time and money in 4 or 5 or 6 more dates to have you then tell me something that you knew after date 1.
See, I was that girl. I feel so bad, but I hate confrontation. So if I went on a date and I didn't see it going any further, I wouldn't tell him that. I would just, every time he would ask me out on a second date, I would make an excuse. Oh, I'm busy that night, or I can't, or I have a family function. And he would keep asking me out and I would keep bailing until he,
got the hint.
But it's I feel bad. Why didn't I just let him know? I guess I was young and dumb.
Yeah,
Great. Well, if you would like to be a guest on the Meat Market, go to our Instagram or our Facebook at Meat Market Podcast. Slide us a DM and you could be here, our next guest, and we will hook you up.
Also, our standard is not to bail. So if you're wanting to be a guest,
Stay away.
You must show up for the date.
See you next week at the meat market.